I'm going to attempt to make a parkour map in the weirdest shape possible. I also have to make a custom resource pack and a fully functioning data pack. And before I reveal the shape of this map, I have 3 goals that I'd like to achieve by the end of this project. 1. The map needs to look good. 2. The parkour should be smooth and easy to follow. And 3. It should be a parkour map. Yeah. Now onto the big reveal. The shape that I have to make this parkour map in is DNA. You definitely couldn't tell by the thumbnail and the title. Alright, here we go. In order to start the map making, first I needed to make the general structure. So with the help of Word Edit, I made this twisting ladder of DNA, which doesn't look very good right now, but it's gonna get better once we get the levels in. Level 1 is obviously the normal plains biome, because if your map does not start with a plains biome, you are doing something wrong. And the first level, in my opinion, is the most important level when it comes to map making, because it sets the tone for the whole map, and I think this is a great start. For the second level, I had an unusual idea that you need to go through a hole in the water to continue the parkour. I don't suggest doing this kind of stuff in the first few levels, as it may confuse the player on where they're supposed to go. To prevent that from happening, I made sure there's enough indication for the players on where they should go. Moving on, the rest of the level was coming along nicely, and just as I was getting things going, tragedy struck. Don't worry though, I've come back from worse. I think I can handle this. After finishing the second level, I felt comfortable with how the levels are gonna be made and where each level needed to go, so I mapped out the whole map and made borders for the levels. In level 3, I wanted to have something like cuts in the stone, and getting the shapes right was a challenge. Keep in mind that the parkour should be smooth and easy to follow, so I did a lot of testing and tweaking to make sure I get it exactly right. Yeah, okay, that's good. The next few levels were nothing out of the ordinary, so I tried to spice it up a little with the help of some custom models. I made this sandcastle and more little details that make these levels better and complete. One thing that's worth mentioning is that not all of the parts of the structure are going to be used for parkour. I also don't want to leave them empty looking like this because they just look bad, and surely we don't want that. To fix this, I decided to add random biomes in these areas. I have marked them using blue concrete, and each one of them is going to be a different biome with no parkour whatsoever, and only there to make the aesthetics of the map better. Moving on, I added a few more levels and the map is finally coming together. There's just something so satisfying seeing it take shape like this in the form of a time-lapse. Now, one thing that I've been struggling with is how to connect this level with the next level, which is up here. Now, originally I was gonna make a giant hole in the middle and just have levitation, but that just ruins the whole flow of the map. So the plan is, I have this portal right here, and a few jumps before the portal, like right here maybe, a timer is going to activate. Like 10 seconds, I think it's gonna be good. And then the player has to go around to do the jumps, and in 10 seconds has to get over here. I was thinking that I can do some custom models, some custom animations, and as the timer goes down, the portal is going to slowly chip away and slowly get destroyed, and by the time the timer is up, the whole portal is gone. Like, imagine 1/16th of an obsidian block just dropping down like these particles. It's gonna look so good. So a slight change of plans. I think if we have a timer that suddenly pops here and suddenly it starts, the player is going to be confused a little with what's happening. We obviously don't want that, so I'm thinking we just cancel the whole chip away thing and we do a normal portal teleport. Sometimes in map making, it's better not to go with the fanciest option and choose the safest option, and I think this is one of those times, so I'm gonna make a normal portal that teleports you, and easy enough, it is done. Just like that, we get teleported up here and we can continue the parkour. That's all sorted now and good to go. This part of the map is really interesting. This is square part to be more specific. The reason being that it has a very unusual route to it, and first you have to go above on one of the base pairs and slowly make your way down to the bottom one. You may be wondering how that works. Well, actually, let's keep it as a secret for when you're playing the map, shall we? This is our map so far. We started from an empty circular ladder, and now we have a colorful and enormous DNA. And it's looking extra nice in my opinion. Each level has its own unique shape and it looks very good. Ignore this one, we don't talk about this level, okay? The next level has a very strange and actually kinda cool route. In order to get through this level, you have to go around the main structure, jump on a slime in the center, go around the other way, and finally jump back on the previous platform, which is always satisfying. And this section was a great opportunity for a water slime, so I didn't miss it and installed some slime blocks below the depth of the 1 block deep river in the middle of a cave, which doesn't make any sense, but it's Minecraft, not everything has to make sense, okay? We have floating blocks and a giant bee. Explain that, Einstein. One of the ways to keep the parkour entertaining throughout the whole map is using different kinds of parkour. Things such as electro parkour, swimming, and interactive features like minecarts or boats are a good way to give the players a little break from all the parkour. And the more creative you are, the better. Personally, I put one of these features every 5 levels or so to keep the players invested in the map and keep the parkour fresh and fun for everyone. If you've made it this far into the video, that can only mean 2 things. Either you're enjoying this video or... no, that's the only explanation. So make sure you hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you. Making this map as a challenge in a weird shape and in the form of this video that you are currently watching gave me a fun idea. What are some of the weirdest shapes you would like to see me make a parkour map out of? Challenge me in the comment section below. It could be anything from the shape of a gummy bear to a small stellated dodecahedron. No, I didn't know what it was either, I just googled weird shapes and picked the very first one with a cool name. Maybe we can even combine them together. Not really sure about that one though. Anyway, I'll be waiting for your comments and I'll try to make a parkour map out of the weirdest shape possible. The DNA is almost done. Well, the building part. We still have to make the collectibles for the map, add more details from the beginning, add a couple of Easter eggs in the map, also the whole auto-killing system and many more commandy things, which means we are nowhere near done with this project. So why don't I just drink some of this potion that I found in this abandoned drawer and... Everything is done. Wow, I'm feeling a little dizzy right now. 5 levels left to build, so let's do it. Please don't crash, please don't crash, please don't crash. Ooh, we're fine. And with that, DNA parkour is done. Well, that was the plan. You see, I keep adding to the things that I want to make every time I'm close to finishing the map, and I just have to postpone it again and again. This map was originally supposed to release in May. For some reason, I thought it would be a good idea to add challenges that you can turn on and off, make every collectible in the map interactable, add custom animations that serve no purpose whatsoever. I also updated the map to 1.19, but now that's all done, so I can finally say DNA parkour is done. We started from nothing but an ocean world and turned it into this huge monstrosity that is this giant tower of DNA, which you can parkour around. Making this video was a ton of fun, and I hope you enjoyed this video as well. Don't forget to comment your weird shape ideas in the comment section down below, and I will see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.